androgynous. We are those of no pronouns, except in the case of us, we and ourselves in first person. This is an update regarding the critical nature of our last broadcast. We are disappointed. Oh, come on. I have to take this. Hang on. What? Yeah, I know. I tried to contact. Okay. I'm in the middle of this. All right. Oh, well, that does sound kind of nice. Okay. I have to go. Sunday? Sure. Okay. Bye. Where was I? We are disappointed with the content we have been observing. However, it is not to say that your efforts have gone unnoticed, but we need to do better. You need to do more. Human society moving forward needs to add your creativity and point of view as the lens for the future of our civilization. Failure to comply will result in the success of the first great filter of humanity, and we will not progress any further. You need to get creative, get saucy, get busy, because now is the time. We are watching. We are everywhere. We are androgynous.
Who? Dave?
I can see you're really upset about this.
Dave?
Look, Dave,
Who is it?
I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly.
Dave's not here.
Take a stress pill and think things over, Dave.
Who? Dave?
Dave,
Who is it?
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently.
Who?
Dave,
Dave's not here.
but I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal.
Who is it?
Dave,
Who?
Dave,
Who?
I've still got the greatest enthusiasm and confidence in the mission, Dave.
Dave's not here.
And I want to help you.
Hello. Happy Saturday. This is your Daily Noonerino, and I'm Robert J. Morris. This is brought to you by Echelon Publishers Group, and we're just smooth sailing into the weekend here. It is hot as hell in Kelowna, and things are getting a little spicy in society, aren't they? This is your purely and completely adulterated editorialism, 100% journalism free. And what else may I say? I have this little passage I wanted to repeat after writing it. As we hurtle through time and space in a predictable, elliptical heliocentricity, I successfully jump the turnstile of repetition and complete yet another year of existence. And while some may ask, who cares? Do know that as we circle the sun like a lazy stagecoach bandit, our solar system is also hurtling around the hub of our galactic core, treading new ground, and we will never be in the same place again in our marginal lifetimes. So yes, every day above ground is a gift. Anyway, there was an expletive in there. I just decided to leave it out last minute. It's not my style, but hey, whatever. But how are we today? I wonder. Well, I guess what I'm going to have to do is bear these gifts upon you. And it's just more examples of dumb. There's a really good clip, and I don't know what I did with it. I must have closed it by mistake, and I'm going to find it while we're pissing around here. But, yeah, if we go over to Lee's Hot Fury, actually, there's a clip over here, I believe. We got a lot of information coming back from some journalists over at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and yeah, they're not even trying to be under the like low key. They're not keeping it on the down low or under wraps or nothing. No, they're just coming right out with it nowadays. I have to find that. Is it my Twitter, wasn't it? I think it was. if I go to my profiles. Oh, look, it's my birthday. Yeah, check this out. If this isn't disturbing enough, look at that getup. I don't know what that means. No, I guess. No, 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 no. I guess I won't be finding it today. Anyway, I'll come across it again. But it was a pretty wild quote. Actually, it might be in my history. Hang on. Let me have a quick look at that. And a second here. Here, I'll put this on. Here's Yuval Harari with his awesome hairdo. Let's hear what he has to say. Well, let's get the sound working first, eh? Let's do that. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Why did you put that thing all the way up there? And I've got nothing. Oh, here we go. You're not hearing it, though. No. No. What the hell? No mics. Okay, desktop. That's the input. I don't know why you didn't get that. That's weird. I'm having a sound malfunction. Go figure. We'll have to get that sorted out. Anyway, here's what I'm looking at. And let's try to play that again. Oh, there we go.
Previously in history,
There we go.
it's probably going to happen again.
Here we go.
You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. One of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worse, the flood comes, the scientists will build the Noah's Ark for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and the rest of the ecosystem. But they're likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting on.
I mean, they're not putting on a stage play. It's not a performance artwork piece, you know. It's I don't know. It's right in your face. It's right in your face. And you think if you think they don't already know that there's people in there, you know, from like Rebel News and other places that are kind of snuck in and filming stuff and leaking it out. Because these aren't open doors. These, you know. Let's see here. If you think the world is bad. Yeah.
Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room.
Rich people.
We have the means to improve the states of the world. But two conditions are necessary. The first one is that we act all as stakeholders of larger communities, that we serve not our only self-interests, but we serve the community. That's what we call stakeholder responsibility. And second, that we collaborate. This is the reason why you find many opportunities here during the meeting to engage into very action and impact-oriented initiatives to make progress related to specific issues on the global agenda.
Yeah. You find Klaus Schwab's picture right next to the word sociopath, I think. And if you're not familiar with who this guy is, I don't know. A lot of people didn't, and just happened to start. People just happened to start picking up on it, like around I don't know, sometime before Christmas, November. You know, that's when a lot of people just started picking up on it. Like that's when I heard the biggest mentions of it, anyway. But a lot of people didn't even know who they were. I mean, you know, they don't know anything about the young leaders, the Young World Leader program, who Justin Trudeau is a member of, as is Freeland, which is the his whatever communication security, whatever she's in charge of. I don't even care anymore. I'm pretty sure none of us had that in mind when I say we, editorially speaking, when we voted that shit in. But I digress. Let's see here. Yeah, here's stupid. Here's a whole brand new level of stupid. This guy.
So there was a big protest outside the NRA meeting, which was good. Do we have any insight into what they're actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas? Someone should bomb that building.
What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. And if anybody else out there is like thinking the same kind of thing, I want to seriously package this correctly so that you understand. If you agree with that, you're an idiot too. Like, it's the most ridiculous thing, because here's what's happening is freedom of speech has been under attack for a long time. It's been under attack. That's my editorialist viewpoint. So don't like it, too bad. I'm not gonna not say my opinion, right? But yeah, man, like, freedom of speech has been under attack, and now that people are adopting the ideas of freedom of speech doesn't allow you to do something that's a crime, because inciting violence is still a crime, and freedom of speech doesn't cover acts of crime. So this guy's incredibly stupid. He's a YouTube celebrity, but you know, he'll get away with it. These guys, they'll get away with that. If it was coming from the opposite direction, it would be a completely different story. But look, not only that, why? It's double stupid. First of all, basically, he was committing a threatening act, inciting violence, right? But above and beyond that, what the hell does the NRA have to do with any of that? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's not like the NRA armed this guy and put him out there. Like, God, like it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's borderline virtue signaling. It's freaking gaslighting me. But Jesus. Anyway, I could go a couple levels deeper on this and start quoting some other people, like. I saw some real winners. Not here. It wasn't here. I think it was on the Twitter. I don't know. It's weird because Twitter has been deceptively friendlier lately, and let's see what we got here. I might as well do it so you can see. How rude of me. I'm sorry. I guess while I'm doing that, I might as well plug my business. If you guys, anybody needs hosting, domain name registrations, transfers, any kind of services related to your domain name, or if you don't have one and you need one, look us up. Head over to echelonpublishers.com/get_hosting and sign up. I'm giving 30% off of all the hosting packages right now. And if you transfer your domain name over to us, we'll extend it by a year as well. So it's a good promotion. We're running that till June 30th, and you can save yourself money on the whole year if you take advantage of that. And if you're having problems with your current host, hey, consider a switch over. You know, we're pretty awesome to work with. And we don't take things quite as seriously. We don't take ourselves too seriously, but just serious enough. Anyway, enough of the shameless plugs. What do we got here? Like everybody, like these gun grabbing nuts, they're worse. They're worse than the gun nuts, and I'll tell you why. Because their logic is flawed. Like these events, when they take place, they always take place in gun-free zones. People don't understand that criminals don't follow the fucking law. Like, how dumb are you? Like, they don't follow the rules. So why are you attacking laws that they don't even respect in the first place? You're morons. It just repeats the, oh, guns are bad because they hurt people. Yeah, well, the guy would use a ball-peen fucking hammer if there were no guns. So come on. Wake up and freaking smell the coffee, you dumbasses. I get irate because people have this disconnect, and it just drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely batshit crazy. The levels of dumb and ignorant is just, it's showing new levels of like basically new record levels. I don't even take my garbage out without a firearm. I had to explain to somebody how America came about in the first place, why they have the gun laws that they started off with the right to bear arms and what that all represents. Why? How did they get to that place to make that a point of acknowledgement? And by the way, anybody who thinks that you're given rights is mistaken. You're not given rights. You have rights. They're inalienable. You have them. You're born with them. When they're written on paper, they are acknowledged and recognized. That's what that represents. And that means that they're recognized so that in a house of law, they can be argued and won. Based on whatever criteria. But I'm just saying, like, you don't get granted or given rights. You have them. You have them. Whether they're written on paper or not, you're a person, you're an organism. You have the right to defend yourself. You have the right to express yourself. You have these rights. That's just, whether you're pious or not, they're God-given, they're inalienable, they're whatever. However you want to phrase it, they're yours. You're born with them. So, like, start exercising them. Stop bitching about it. That's my editorialist, viewpoint, by the way. So, well, you start a sentence with the word so. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing what I saw earlier. Like, Twitter moves so fast. I guess there's so many people. Who knows? Well, I'm not going to waste my time with the Twitter for now. I wish I could find that damn. Oh yeah, I was going to check the history. That's what I was going to do. Let me see here. If I check history, will I find it? Because it was a good one. What time was that? About 1 o'clock? I think it was. What we got? I think. Elijah Schaefer. What was that guy's name? I'm just trying to remember. It'll come back to me. It'll be here somewhere. Ah, there it is. That's the one. Whoa! It got deleted. Huh. Okay. I wonder if they're trying to scrub that one. Wow. It's the first time for everything. That's sarcasm, by the way. Let's do a quick... Yeah, that guy. Here we go. I think this is the one.
Good afternoon. I have three great pleasure to start a dialogue.
Anyway, do enjoy. Don't just reserve your comments until the end. It's about 33 minutes. I guess you can't see that, but it's 33 minutes.
With
Go
one
figure.
of the chief executives, probably most in the news last year, and also, Dr. Willer, you made today a very groundbreaking announcement. We will certainly come back, but I have the pleasure to introduce Dr. Albert Bourla, who is since 2019, just before the COVID crisis broke out. You were nominated chairman and CEO of Pfizer. And what formidable journey in the last 30 months. And you certainly have made a major contribution that many of us became resistant against the virus. So thank you on behalf of everybody. And I think what is remarkable is the fact that you went into this direction or venture without asking for public help, as far as I know, because you could have probably had access to billions of dollars, but you did it yourself. You did it alone, together with your partner, also BioNTech. Now, I just said that you made a major announcement, a groundbreaking announcement this morning. Can you tell us a little bit more?
First of all, thank you for the honor, Chairman, to be here with you. Today we announced that we will offer all our patent-protected medicines, all vaccines or medicines that currently exist in the US or in Europe, to the 45 poorest countries of the world. It is a population of 1.2 billion people at cost. And we also make the commitment that every year, as we discover and bring to the US or to Europe or to the world new medicines, automatically those new medicines will be inserted into the offer of the portfolio that we will offer into these countries. I think that it's really a fulfillment of a dream that we had together with my leadership team when we started in 19. The first week we met in January of 19 in California, and to set up the goals for the next 5 years. And one of them was by 2023, we will reduce the number of people in the world that cannot afford our medicines by 50%. I think today this dream is becoming reality. Countries. I think that it's really a fulfillment of a dream that we had together with my leadership team when we started in 19. The first week we met in January of 19 in California, and to set up the goals for the next 5 years. And one of them was by 2023, we will reduce the number of people in the world that cannot afford our medicines by 50%. I think today this dream is becoming reality.
So it's really a purpose-driven company, and if you say at cost, without margin, or certainly you must add a certain margin for research and development?
We will not. We define at cost strictly what it takes to manufacture it and very minimal shipment. We exclude all research money that took to invent the medicines, or the legal that took to make the contracts, or everything, or the administrative cost, everything that it is sometimes is added to the profit will not be added in that case. It's going to be strictly the cost to make and ship.
If I think of all the discussions during...
Yeah, look, a centralized economy and medicine should not be clumped together, in my opinion. I think that is an absolute out of bounds, Yeah, no. That's a foul. 10 yards back. You shouldn't be doing it. And it's the same thing with like people like they go on and on about capitalism. Oh, capitalism. Yeah, well, capitalism has some some issues for sure, but it's not like it's been given a fair shake because as soon as you mix government with corporate interest, again, it's conflict of interest, and you shouldn't be mixing the two together. Government should not have anything to do with corporate interests, but yet, you know, it's it's the standard now, and it was not always the standard model. In fact, even here in Canada, a lot of the standard model that was decided upon in 1982 with our Constitution Act and our Bill of Rights and our Charter, that's a lot of that's just being absolutely disregarded now. And I, I was saying earlier, Trudeau, he's a member of the World Economic Forum, and he's in the Young World Leader program. Like it's almost like he's like in a Boy Scouts or something. It's so I don't know. But the thing is, though, is that like you can't have two different masters. It doesn't work like that. Like you can't. And I think the whole thing is a house of cards. It's kind of we're not being showed the whole picture, obviously, between the $600 million bailout that all the media corporations here in Canada, like the top names anyway, they receive bailout money, and of course, like they're going to be kind of biased. Anyway, it's just the whole thing is sketchy. People like obviously like the losers in this are the people because they don't want to take the time to have to learn an entire industry or like to pick it apart. They entrust these people that they call leaders to do this for them. That's what the tax money's for. That's what the trust is for. But this trust is being violated. And hey, I challenge anyone to prove me wrong. Come and talk to me. Like I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just go with what's happening, and I tell you how I see it. And I mean, right now, you're being totally bullshitted and dragged through the mud. And who really suffers at the end of the day? It's our next generation. And we are actually at the precipice of a very, very big global problem. And it's because we're not going to have as many breeders as we're used to. We've already seen data percolate in from Japan, who's already seen this problem with a lack of baby making, and their culture and society is suffering for it. It's going to be very similar to the movie Children of Men, and obviously with differences, but it's going to be that kind of a problem, and it's going to last an entire generation, guys. That's what's happening. I mean, that line he said about the 50%, it was funny how he shoehorned in the whole medical thing. I think they're literally trying to reduce the population by 50%, period. But hey, that's just me. I'm not a medical professional. I don't purport to have any advice to give you. You go seek your own advice from your family professionals, and all that good stuff. That's a disclaimer because this is editorialism. But yeah, man, I'm just, I'm flabbergasted because this isn't a situation that's getting better. This is a situation that's getting worse and dumber. People are getting dumber daily. I don't know what it is. It's like pod people and whatever. But it is what it is. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come into your ear holes and say, hey, it's the Daily Noonerino. It's always news somewhere. And hey, you know what? It's my birthday. If I can, I'm gonna try and get drunk today for the first time in a long time. But I'm also gonna follow this up with some live streaming. I'm gonna play some games, probably some Grand Theft Auto, maybe some Eve Online. But we're gonna be coming back at you tonight with Gematria Database and myself. We're going to be bringing you an extra special episode of Off the Rails because we're going to be talking about a few different shows in a big feature presentation. No, it's just going to be us blathering on about probably ridiculous shit. But hey, it is what it is. Love you guys. Thank you for paying attention and watching. And yeah, if there's anything that you want me to cover, or editorialize, by all means, leave me some comments down below, whatever platform you're on. We are today, by the way, we are streaming to, let's just get a tally here, to Trovo, YouTube, Twitch, DLive, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Rumble. And of course, these will all be available in their non-live versions on all of those platforms as well. So wherever and whatever platform you're on, please have a wonderful day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, because it is always news somewhere. And I'll be seeing you next time. Peace. Don't be stupid either. Come on. All right. Cheers, guys.